Alright, so this only took a few seconds to set up. Right now, it probably looks so bad. But when it moves, it's going to adjust itself. I'm going to have to play a little bit of the background. I mean, this is just from one of the places there. But, yeah, even so, let's just get this started. It's like 40 minutes. I'll pause it where it needs to be paused. That's a new air combo. Kai is still... Okay. Yeah, she still has the diving sword. That's her parry super. And... seems Kai is still annoying. Oh boy. Oh, so you can twice in the air. So that's a new feature too. Ow. Alright, so, okay, I had to pause a little bit. Okay. So, it might still be looking bad right now. It's not that easy to focus into it. Especially since it's not focused on the actual video. So, as you can see, everything is green right now. Everything is very green, no longer orange. The roster, Viking and Answer are near the middle, so it's kind of pushing Zato and Melia to the left and right a little bit. It's looking so blurry right now, I apologize. Probably speaking so loud right now. Alright, so... it doesn't help that this is sideways, by the way. So that's one of Ramlethal's new moves. Yeah, I didn't get to see an Axel combo. He's got the down, he's throwing the sickles down, so that's a new kind of air poke he's got. Doesn't really use those a lot. It has some pretty good damage. And, I don't know. It looks like it's kind of hard to actually use from the air to the ground. Ramlethal's move is still kind of looking like Fruit Punch. That was a new one. You can do it on neutral on the ground. A slash. Okay, got some juggle. Burst out of that. Okay, still get hit on the ground. It seems that, Air S and the new Air Down S, I guess, it seems that they're very effective at getting you out of a pocket. There's a lot to look at on the screen, not gonna lie. Ow. Ow. Okay. Still painful. I think this is Axel's worst matchup, if I do say so myself. He's trying to get in, but these swords are keeping him, you know, kind of locked down. I don't know. Oh, okay, this might fucking hurt. Ow, everything. Everything hurts. It doesn't last as long, but it's pretty fast this time. So, it's not as long as it used to be. No. Snicker. Okay. Still missed the air combo. Okay. Seems like they're making Axel move a lot more. Alright, they might move here in a second, so I might have to... Alright, so now we got Answer. Okay, let me turn this a little bit. So he jumps out of the water into the sky, lands on his feet like a freaking bird. What can I say? It's really hard to record my TV. Alright, so he does a lot of scroll placements, and most of his scroll placements launch the opponent into the air. Yeah, I think it's either a grab or an air command grab is what I'm seeing. His scroll placements can act as a kind of, I guess a few of them can launch, and then he can follow up with an air combo suit. But it seems he can RC them as well, and still lead into an air combo just to make him faster. Okay, he can do it when the opponent is down, but I don't know all the many directions. But it looks to be 2 at a time. He's very fast. Viking has hit him a few times, but I have not seen that much damage. So he probably has better health than Chip right now. And one of his dashes is a kind of launching move. Then I guess he's got some sort of Shoryuken ability. He's got very fast dashes. Everybody looks like they have some kind of, okay, there's that momentary slam people were talking about. Viking's command grab that launched the opponent, picks them up and slams them down. You can combo into the wall combo after that, so that's good to know. It's hard to really tell any of this. Every time this Baiken is... you might not be able to see it very well. All the hits that this Baiken is taking from standing there is because they're trying to parry like that. And you from one of the alpha counters, you can actually do a follow-up off of that kind of pink-looking move there. They're getting hit every time because they're trying to use the parry stance right there. But it doesn't last for very long, and it looks like you can hold it. So there we go. Shoryuken, rapid cancel, Shoryuken, into a rapid cancel, Shoryuken. So Baiken does pretty good damage, not gonna lie. So she's got the Suzu run into one of her, you know, you can Suzu run cancel into an actual alpha counter if you do the opposite direction. You know, if you do the motion while you're in Suzu run, it kind of acts as an automatic move, even though it's a double input. So it's run canceling. So, okay. It seems the Air S seems to be a little bit difficult there. She has another command grab, however. Okay, bad burst. She has another command grab that it kind of works like Raven's arm S version of his air command grab. Okay, so answer. I'm stuttering here. Missed. So Answer has a kind of Suzu drop that, hold on. Okay. So anyway, as I was saying, it keeps turning a little bit. So I'll turn as well. That's my mouse. So this is Slayer. Slayer into Soul. If need be, I'll focus in on this. It might make it look worse. I don't know. Okay, so they're using the yellow Slayer color and blue Soul. I don't necessarily like blue Soul. He looks too much like propaganda. But anyway. Okay, it's kind of hard for this to be stationary because it's kind of moving at the same time. But I will kind of focus in on it a little bit. It's going to be... Oh god. Okay. A little bit. Alright, so the changes on Slayer is if he lands Bloodsucking Universe. Okay, so there's Soul's new forward heavy slash. Throwing the garden rank, trying to stab the snake in his garden. Bandit Revolver, that'll probably show itself in a few minutes. Okay, dust combo. Kick, dust, something like that. Alright. So Bandit Revolver is actually pretty faster, but what it really is, it is a 2-hit move knockdown. So that's a new forward heavy slash. It links into Bandit Bringer and Fafnir. And you can probably use it as an ender as well, depending on how it goes. It's killing me right now. Okay. Okay, so Bandit Bringer. It actually, it looked like it has kind of like movement invincibility from one of it's late or something. One of Slayer's moves. Okay, so it has kind of a little bit of invincibility at the startup of that move. So Slayer is going to do that, and it has an automatic counter hit, but you have to follow it up. Okay, as I was saying, it has a little bit of movement and vulnerability, so it can be used as an enter into Fafnir. So, yeah. Slayer's, yeah, as I was saying, Slayer's Bloodsucking Universe, you have to use the P Pile Bunker in order to combo off of it immediately. And it will automatically count as a counter hit without the opponent actually mashing. Alright. Seems everybody's got faster dashes. Okay. Bandit Revolver, it does 2 hits and it's an instant knockdown. So it's not like a multiple hitting move. Alright, I'm back. Had to go through some stuff. Alright, so this is Johnny versus Baiken. Alright, something about Johnny. One of his changes is one of his air misfiners. That makes him fall from the sky. I still can't do that. I know you guys would love to see me do that, but no such luck. Anyway. KK. I think these are K inputs. I'm not entirely sure. It's very difficult to watch this. Okay. Okay, Tatami mats still hit afterwards, so Johnny's air combos are still hard to link at that point. Okay. It doesn't. I don't know if that was Suzu run or just a regular dash. I'm not entirely sure. Okay, so it seems that even if you hit the Tatami mat pretty late, you can still get a guaranteed air combo off of it. Okay, you can parry or hit the counter stance on projectiles, like coins. So that's what it looks like. Okay. Okay. So, poke, 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 and the Tatami mat, do the Suzu run. You can use the dust to actually make some space between you and the opponent. Alright, you might want to have dust enders, depending on how it is. As you saw right there, if you could see it, maybe he'll do it again. Johnny's air misfiner has a dash as well. So this is probably gonna look like some weird stuff in the challenge mode. I'm not gonna be sure, but if that's the case, that might actually be an entirely new kind of game where that move might be influenced a lot more. So death by Tatami mat. Go to sleep. All right. Alright. Okay, so Suzu Run actually still goes through that stuff. Something I'm probably going to be trying to do, in something you guys are probably going to be seeing, like Leo's counter tutorial, Potemkin's FDB tutorial. I'm going to probably have to see if Suzu Run goes through, yeah, that's a nice parry right there. They're nice in pink or purple, however they are. Pretty long-range moves into Dustin. Alright, boom, boom, boom. Okay, right into a 4 hits actually. So what it looks like here is, yeah, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to see if it goes through supers. Because you can counter supers, you can do a lot of stuff, but if you can go through them with Suzu Run, I might still be as good as I was in Asincore. I am playing Asincore a lot more with Zazie the Beast, and I'm using Baiken a lot more, because she is actually pretty good. So, anyway. Alright, I'm gonna go. Nice. Okay, so that move right there, anyway, that move right there does not go through a lot of moves, and it's probably like Hakumen's counters. It's pretty immediate. So I don't know. This might be the same video that's already from that event that's already on YouTube. I'm not sure. But it's good to see that the I really got to look up the moves for these. I don't know the whole move list very well. But anyway, the long chain grab move is actually still pretty viable. She can parry in the air. So, yeah. I don't know what it's probably going to be, but I think it's kind of like the same input as a Blitz Shield. Yeah, that's what I think her counter is. So that into Bandit Bringer is very strong, but it doesn't look like it's always going to be linkable. And it might not be as fast as the regular forward heavy slash. So momentary... I actually don't know what that move is. I have no clue. So the chain grab is actually very fast. And the parry can be very fast on projectiles, but if they follow up after them, it's not any good. You can do it right after a feint, just like the usual one, and then it'll probably be very damaging as well. So it seems that her dust is a very good kind of distance mechanic. You can get people off of you really fast and stuff. So it'll be something to look at. You can link it in the Bandit Revolver, and because of Bandit Revolver's new hitbox now, that's the combo I'm kind of learning as well. because of Bandit Revolver's new kind of hitbox, you know, linking the forward heavy slash off of it actually has some good spacing options. So this matchup might actually be kind of difficult. I don't know. I still don't know how Maniac Mode Bikin is going to look any different, and I'm not going to be sure. So, as you see right there, not on counter hit forward heavy slash when they're standing, it pushes them back, but it does a little bit of damage. So, it's not like a knockdown, it's just a pushback. Probably damaging. I don't know how these new health bars affect your health or anything. So, as you can see, Suzu Run is like really fast now. And as you can see right there as well, you can actually go through a Grand Viper insanely fast. That almost looks like a Bandit Bringer itself. Okay, now here's that tech I've been trying to learn. Anyway, hold on a second. As I was saying right there, you can Suzu Run through a Grand Viper, which is pretty fast. But as he was trying to do that tech right there, the blitz and the instant kill, you cannot always blitz into instant kill and always land it on a dive kick. The dive kick is very safe because of the hit arc. He missed it only because he waited a few seconds too late. I don't really know what to say. As you can see here, Axel's 14 hit combos of amazing justice are something I haven't learned to do yet. Okay. It's hard to see the quality, but I think what I'm seeing is he can use some of his jutsu and place some of his scrolls on many far sides in the sky, on the far sides of the ground on the screen, and he can teleport with maybe some certain kind of button to those points. But I think for the ground, it shows up as a door. In the air, you pretty much kind of see him going kind of like a lightning bolt. I'm not sure how he fares against Axel. I've never really seen an Axel link into this stuff pretty goodly that well. But, yeah. But it might look like a back and forth matchup because of one, Answer's teleportation in the air, and Axel's mobility options against fighting an opponent that can be behind him, or in front of him, or above him, to the side of him, or anywhere. But I think in this matchup, the only good tool for Axel that he would be able to use would be his, I don't know. It looks like you can have up to 4, yeah, there's about 4 scrolls on the screen right now. I'm trying to keep track of this. But I think Axel's ground Shoryuken might actually, might actually be the key to getting out of it. I think Answer has an air command grab, because it didn't count an air throw or an air thing at all. It was an immediate move. He can combo his long-range air moves into his Shoryuken as well. Probably like usual. I don't know. They kind of messed up on that blitz shield. They got the full blitz and the crumple on Answer, but they kind of just stood there. Answer stuff can be comboed into his scrolls, and then from his scrolls, again, you can actually mid-combo them. You can do a combo that knocks him in the air, do a scroll combo immediately, and still link it off of there. So on the ground, you can see the little flashes or whatever, and you see the doors and stuff. Okay. Still trying to follow the camera. Still trying to follow. So, okay. So what I can assess about Answer that I might actually play Answer for a little bit. Probably not entirely, but I might play him due to the fact that what I hoped for when I was doing the future stuff about this game. So what I see right there is kind of like a Makoto parry. I think what it is, it says it's a command grab, but I think what it truly... Okay, so there's the difference with Shark Strike. You see, if you use it in the middle of a combo, but they're airborne, what it usually did before was knock them into the air, and they weren't able to do anything. But, hold on. Okay, what I was saying before. On Axel's Shark Strike, if they're airborne, what it used to do in GGxrd was, and Revelator, normal Revelator was it knocked them to the other side of the screen and did a wall splat. Now, if they're airborne still, it pulls them back, but they kind of skid going forward. That's the new camera change on the match intro. Now, this one might be actually kind of scary. I might freak out, and you'll know why. Because when I saw this the first time, I kind of almost died. That's a big Faust. Now, at some point, he's going to throw it from the other side of the screen, but you'll have, like, pay attention to the size of it and the size of Faust. And that thing is huge, first of all. And then see how it crawls towards you, grudge style. So, it's going to look crazy. It'll be at some point. I'm not sure when, but it will be at some point. Faust grab is still the same. Okay. Okay, Baiken can kind of pull you a little towards on any kind of hit. It seems that the black hole sucks full screen. She can parry projectiles very close range and still air combo from it. Might be. I don't know. They're trying to instant air dash right now. So he's throwing meteors right now. Actually, I don't know which one this is. Yes. Yes, that is the giant meteor. The giant meteor covers 98% of the screen. You can now Suzu run through Faust's scalpel pool. And now, as you can see slightly, the big Faust is slightly bigger than actual Faust. But he crawls so slow like a normal Faust that you think he's like some kind of thing from the Grudge. Baiken's air grab is a kind of like, she wraps you up in bandages, or whatever kind of bandages, I guess, and throws you down to the ground, kind of like Rock Lee when he takes off his bandages on his arms and stuff. So it's kind of like a Rock Lee, you know, bandage grab. I don't even know what to call that, really. It's kind of like Dizzy. They wrap you up either in ice or bandages, and then they kind of, you know, do some pain. Alright, so this Faust is maintaining a very solid place right now. I don't know what's up in the sky. Normal meteors. Alright. Faust with the grab again. Suzu run through all that. Okay. What I can assess here. Don't ever try to do that, the parry stance for too long, or else it won't. It mainly works as a counter, but you can't hold it down the entire time. It only lasts for about maybe 3.5 to 4 seconds if you hold it down, but then after that it's a guaranteed counter hit, and then it hurts. Alright, my computer was buffering a little bit. Alright, so now this is Dizzy versus Baiken. It's still shaking a little bit, forgive me. I'm trying my best here. Alright, so most of what the patch notes were saying for Dizzy, God, they picked a very bright color. I'll let it slide, let me focus a little bit more. What it said in the patch notes for Dizzy was that she, most of her moves, good lord, that was fast. Most of her moves were, they started to float on counter hit. I don't know what that means. So those two specific moves float on counter hit. Now, another thing about Baiken, you'll see her kind of do something a little bit weird. She'll look like she's doing a little ground combo, but what she's doing that ends up with her not linking it is she does something, but it ends up making her stumble. The low slash or heavy slash, I don't know. I think that's low slash. Either low slash or some kind of move with the sword. I'm pretty sure it's low slash. Low slash ends up with her kind of rolling on the ground a little bit. So even on successful hit or non-successful hit, it's going to do that. So this Baiken just went into instant kill mode. And well, they're going to die because now they're being gridlocked in space. Okay, but as you can see, it's still a run like it used to be, but it's not a full screen run anymore. So I guess it's pretty fair at this point. Okay, so they can't use their meter, and it looks like they're pretty good on blocking. I don't know how a Suzu run works. I might need to work on Suzu run to think about the, because when you do Suzu run through projectiles, it does a little bit of chip damage but it's a guaranteed either counter hit or just a normal hit, depending on how it is. First of all, this Baiken isn't really playing that, they're not being too aggressive. They're kind of mashing in the neutral a little bit. They're getting their stuff correct, but it doesn't seem to be working out. Most of these, I can't tell if the chain grab is like a legit counter or if it's actually just a normal move. I don't know what it does on block. So he's going to try to do it again. I don't know what he's trying to do. You can't do it on the ground, and it doesn't work in neutral off a momentary slam. I'm going to guess it only works on, if you have meter. So this Dizzy is going to try it as well. I don't know, they're about to lose it. They're going to do it right. I don't know, they're going to do something weird. They just went out of the mode, they're in normal mode. Now they went to instant kill mode. Okay, it's still got that very high hitbox, I'm going to guess. But, I heard Baiken had a projectile. It may have been lied to. I am not sure. Sorry. So Baiken's little low slash that we've been seeing. Hold on. Her little low slash. Okay, she throws her hat up in the sky and it becomes the moon apparently. Okay. Okay. So like I was saying, it might work off the momentary slam, rapid cancel, instant kill mode, slow down. Remember, golden instant kills will make anything you do that doesn't work normally on, on like maybe, okay, so there's the little side switching dash. It's still in this game. Okay, Answer, he's looking nice with his Toledo Bay. I don't know if he's wearing orange or red. I still can't see any of this quality. Okay. Okay, her air command grab doesn't seem to have a ground bounce to it. Not comboable if I can tell. Okay, air command grab still on the side switching version of the air command grab. Works like the old one. It throws you on the other side. Side switch still works. Baiken's parry, I think it has a Shoryuken or something now. Because it's kind of got like this rising arc to it. It's still pink, by the way. I don't know if they're all pink, but I think it's pink because of the cherry blossom flowers. Most of her moves. Okay, command grab. Answer can actually teleport out of it and then follow up again. Okay, he has. I think he's got a. I think his backdash. I don't think I've seen him actually backdash, but I think his backdash is actually him just kind of like twirling backwards. He kind of reminds me of Kakashi in a way. I don't know. His grab, he knocks your feet out from under you, kind of like a trip, and I don't know. He's very official, but I don't know if he's like cocky or as much as Chip is. I do not know. Okay, does not work. He's very. He's got a lot of slashes there. Seems you can hold his stances on the scrolls very long. And then combo into something else. Baited his burst. Alright. Yeah, you don't burst on the running dust on mid-screen. You don't do that. Not unless it's literally in the corner. Then you might need to weigh your options. So Baiken actually has a run. So this character's letting Answer do his instant kill right now. So as you can see, based on the color you pick for Answer, it changes the color of the snake. I think it's because of his hair. I don't know. But the first one was a red snake, but as you can see here, it's kind of like a yellow-orange snake. So it changes based on color selection. So there you go. You got Answer's stuff. When he does that, the opponent, actually, they're not eaten and they're not dead. He rides the snake eats them. He gets rid of the snake, and that big dust cloud behind him, they're falling out of the sky and they land there. So I don't think there's really anything left, but as you can see, everything is in orange. It's green now. So yeah, everything's very eco-friendly. The taunts and respects are still good. Answer's laser beam, Baiken's beer. Okay. So I think that. So actually, what I just saw there, Answer's maybe taunt or something. it actually does damage, because it did 1% damage. I don't know how these health bars work, but it did 1% damage. So, yeah. I don't really think there's anything left. It still says 37 of 38. Okay. I don't know. Maybe they'll... I don't know if they've already done it or not, but Bike and Super is somewhere in this. I might have to go into another stream and look for it. I'm not sure. Okay, so I don't know. Like, I don't know. Somebody told me Biken had projectiles, but I haven't seen them. Oh, and also there, it seems that was the weirdest shit. Let me tell you in the next video. Okay, so it's Biken versus Johnny again. Let me focus out a little bit. So, in his Air Mist Finder, as I was leaving off, Biken, can still, her Suzurun parry, or something, her parry can actually bait bursts. And, you know, she can take the burst, steal burst from the opponent. Good lord. The shaking physics. It's hard to look. But, alright, so you can Suzurun right into the super, into the moon, and then slash. Probably as a counter or a finishing move. And I think what the last hit does is I think it does a ground, kind of like a Fafnir. It sends the opponent rolling. Like a more, version of that. So, stomp into that. Okay, this Johnny is very on point with his cancels. Very safe. Pretty bad quality looking at this. My phone cannot handle this level. So... Johnny's pretty good, but these air combos though. I don't know what any of, if there's a big change to his combo routes, but what I can see is it doesn't really look that different. Okay, Biken seems to be a kind of, she's got some projectiles, which might be just her mats and stuff. I'm not entirely sure. Her K in mid-air probably still floats on counter hit. I'm not entirely sure. Okay, so it's kind of like, okay, so if you miss the last hit, it becomes a really normal far-hitting slash. I don't know what it actually looks like. Ow. I don't know what the last hit actually does look like on neutral, or on that, but that seems to be it. So, I'll do a little reduction after this of what my views are on this. So, anyway... I don't know, it wasn't good to see there, but aside from that, it wasn't that bad. But there's just some thoughts. I feel like Biken might actually be still pretty useful, pretty good, but it might be a little bit difficult on most of her moves. That was her projectile, but I don't know what button it's with. It's like a little sword stance, but it throws a fireball, so that's pretty good as well. And then she's got a regular grab. My thoughts on this is, even though you couldn't see most of this, you know, people never really look at the, you know, they never listen to the last thing I say, and that's pretty basic, but, you know, that's alright. But aside from this, this is what Axel's, I guess one of his air pokes are. I don't know, I never got to see it, because no Axel really got to do a single combo, sadly. Next one, that's his regular poking down slash. Right. They've changed Biken quite a lot from how she used to be, but I feel as though she might be, you know, the parry is, I don't even know what it's called, but it seems like she might be pretty, I don't know, they change a lot of these characters from Asincorn to some Rev 2 masterpieces that I just don't know how to deal with. I just really don't know how to deal with that. But apart from all these forward heavy slash with soul, Slayer's bite into P pile bunker, automatic counter hit, nobody was doing the regular back, or nobody was doing neutral heavy slash to keep linking pile bunkers into there. That's alright, not everybody was getting their combos off. Johnny's, you Now, I might have a problem with Johnny's air misfire dash. I don't know how that's going to work out. I really don't know. But if it does work like that, you know, in general with all of his stances in misfire, I don't know how many dashes you can do. I think what they said in one of their patch notes was that he only gets one. I can accept that. Now, my combo, I don't really need any more. Like, really, I don't need any more. I don't want to make it even more complicated. I can't even do the dust into stands cancel in the dust again. You know, I can't even do that. But, you know, my basic stuff. Ino's got a new angled hover dash. I don't even care about her dashes. I care about her hitbox. Because when I do the arcade mode for a lot of characters, you know, when I'm fighting Ino, like either Johnny, Soul, maybe even Potemkin, like her hitboxes are so weird. Like they say, most of the female cast members in this game, they're lighter, you know, so they don't, because they don't weigh that much, they're kind of lighter, so they kind of float. You know, I got it down pat on Melia, I've got it down pat on May, partially, depending on what day it is, if I can remember or not. But even still, it's difficult. And it's not even like, this isn't even like the end of my dilemma right now. Like, I'm still waiting to see what, Potemkin is like, cause I think they hit his combos the hardest. That wall combo that I do with Trishula, like when I use Trishula a lot, you know, I use it cause, you know, it's easy. You know, it's giving him a move that he hasn't had on a button that, you know, not a lot of people use. I mean, ever since they took away forward K, you know, it's been like difficult for him. They gave him that shoulder rush. But it's an easy linker, and I think that makes him a little better to play. But they didn't even tell anybody the fact that he was getting that Trishula was going to be, you know, they changed the input for, like Dizzy's little ice spikes and fire spikes. They're making it a backwards Shoryuken. I don't even agree with that. I really don't. Like, that face on the left is my expression to that shit, and I just like it with a passion. But I don't know. Zazie and I are probably going to have the hardest time. We're not going to have a fun day. And it's going to be terrible. It's going to be terrible. It's going to be momentary life. Momentary life of pain and suffering. But anyway, I'm not going to focus on that. This is all about biking. This is all about the glory of everything. And right now, biking was only changed a little bit. I can deal with that. But another thing that we're going to have to deal with is that this game is going to change. I think at the fact that my only other dilemma with this game, and I have not seen it, I don't know how it's going to work, but this whole game is an update. But it works as in by they giving you all these new moves, but I don't know if that changes it, you know, to restarting the game. I don't know if there's going to be more story mode. And another problem with it might be, you know, if you've been the gallery, obviously they're going to bring a lot of new stuff to the gallery. I don't know. The one thing I just need to know, I need someone to confirm for me, is if, I need to know if you save your world dollars in the previous version when you've unlocked the entire gallery. I need to know, do you save your 100% of your gallery, all your colors, your characters? They're getting new replay, you know, they're getting new online cars and everything, kind of like BlazBlue, so you can have your character images and stuff. I need to know, do you lose everything you've had right now in this update? Or do you, you know, still save that? I need to know how the world dollar's currency system works. I've been fishing, you know, fishing for a lot more stuff. I just want to know, do you lose all your previous saved stuff once you get this update, or do you not? Because I actually read that the Japanese players at the tourneys, all their once they update to this game, once they start playing this game, start registering it in their Amy cards, they will not be able to use their Amy cards for the regular Revelator, but you can only use it from Revelator 2 and so on. you won't be able to go back. So if you can't go back from that, then that makes me wonder, do you lose everything along the way? Is that the example of risk meter? Is that why Soul looks like a volcanic viper himself? But anyway, you know, let me find the guy first of all. I don't know if I still have the guy on here. Probably not. I think I just got rid of the stream anyway. Oh well, not a problem. But aside from that, anyway, let me say this. It's going to be difficult. There's going to be a lot of new characters, a lot of new changes, a lot of new headaches. But I just want to know if you lose everything along the way. A big game, bigger than BlazBlue. It's trying to change. This is the game that started BlazBlue. I don't know what. This one actually came out in 1991. BlazBlue came out in 2001. However, this game, everybody says, oh, it's not balanced. It's pretty bad. All the characters are weird and everything. There's a difference between what they said in their interview for BlazBlue and how characters in Guilty Gear work. I'll explain it. This is my last minute on the 41:02 seconds. 1. BlazBlue was not designed to be played fairly. It wasn't designed to be balanced. Example, Tager's magnetism and Azrael's weak points. I mean, you look all over Nico video, you will see a lot of compilations of Azrael just going anywhere he wants, and it's still in a combo. Tager, you can pretty much, as you've seen Mustache Villain online, you can still balance the opponent in the air, and it does a little bit of chip damage every time. As I've seen in one of the interview pictures, where they actually have subtitles. They did not design the game to be balanced. They designed it to be fun. It can be fun, you know? But the online does not make it as fun. It will make it so you drop combos, and then make it so you actually do get your combos at the weirdest, most unexpected time. That's not a problem. Okay? That's my first minute. Second of all, for Guilty Gear, they designed this game to be slower, but much more easier than Asincore. Asincore, you had to do everything like, I don't know, you had to eat, sleep, breathe, you had to look, you had to punch numbers into knowing the FRC, you had to know when your buttons are going to do what. I've seen a few videos on YouTube recently. People have been doing Anime Week or something like that. One person in particular, I won't use his name, but he was playing Asincore with Biken and then Dizzy. But then, you know, he was playing against Boss Eno. But, you know, he was playing as Dizzy against Testament. This is the arcade mode for both. Dizzy against Testament. I have another minute, sadly. When he was, you know, he let Testament, you know, get the first hit. First of all, you never let Testament get the first hit. Second of all, Testament has this stance where he can summon a tree. It's a poison tree. But he can delay it every time his, like, little hair in his cloak, like, do a little flush in the wind. That's him delaying it, because it has a specific 10-second timing. Alright, so he let Testament do his thing, and then he bursted. However, he only bursted them back, and then tried to run up into an, you know, he tried to dash forward to actually start attacking. No such luck. Before he had even got hit by Testament, Testament threw out the little, you know, the web with the skeleton webs. He got caught in that, tried to keep hitting Testament, got hit by the tree, because he let it wait too long, and then he pretty much got bodied. When he was playing as, Biken against Eno, well, not against Eno, but against Anji, here's my next minute, he was, you know, he let Anji, he got counter-hit by Anji Mito. One thing, when Anji does the little stomp thing on the ground and then proceeds to fall up into the air combo, don't let him get started with his air combos. At least try at some point, you know. The computer's probably... I know the difficulty of that game. In the arcade mode, it can vary. It does vary, actually. But, you know, at that point, you're pretty much playing on maybe easy mode. It starts on the beginner, which is why they don't block or anything, and then it kind of rises up. At that point, he's on easy mode. The computer doesn't block anything at first, and then it will start to body you as it gets rolling around. Like, the computer can't block, it takes a lot of damage, but once you get hit, this computer's on easy, it's very simple, but it's doing these big combos and just does massive damage, so you just gotta be like, if you're gonna start out aggressive, you must always be aggressive, you know. You gotta learn to see what you're dealing with. If it doesn't look that bad, then, well, maybe you might need some help. Second of all, you know, he got bodied by Anji. But second of all, you know, he kept losing to Ino. Like, Ino baited his burst. And then he complimented the Guilty Gear community. Like, this is the center. Like, Guilty Gear is the first learning point in any, you know, Arc System fighting game, where you have to learn combos and mix-ups and hit string before you actually get started. Like, this is how online warriors and everyone got to the point they are today. I mean, look at Ogawa, Oshige, you know, Roy, Fab. I really don't know. Everybody calls him FAB or Fab. I really don't know. Federal Administration Bureau. I don't even know anymore. Well, here's my next minute. I'll probably make this to either 48 or 50. I don't know. It won't be an entire hour, I swear. But here's the thing. Also, it's also a secret. It's not just for biking, but it's a secret. If you get through the entire arcade mode, on any difficulty, I guess, and still get through Ino, no matter what you do, if you still get through Ino, there's a secret boss battle with Soul. Now, it's Gold Soul, and how I know it's Gold Soul is when he does Dragon Install, there are two flashes on the screen. The first one is him disappearing from sight, and then the second one is his, like, meter gain. His tension goes up to 100, his charge goes up to 100. You're fighting Gold Order Soul. And let God have mercy on your soul if he lands the, you know, just regular... If he lands the Dragon Install and goes into the combo, you know, there's a problem if you let him do that. First of all, once he starts, you know, it's not like, you know, it's not like normal Soul. It's not like X or normal Order Soul. You don't have to press any buttons for that one. Gold Order Soul's combo is automatic. If you want to stop that, you have to rapid cancel it. And it still goes into the dragon if you know, are under the limit. So, you gotta watch your health. It does it in the beginning. That's 80, 85, 90% damage you just ate immediately. So like I said, if you start out aggressive, you gotta make sure you kill him. Because if you don't kill him, oh my god, there's nothing but pain. So, yeah, anyway, I'm going to end it off on this note. All this is on I don't know, I might put the link in another description. I might put it in another video. But I'll put the link to the video I just showed you guys. Well, I mean, you probably saw it at some point. Periscope.tv or something. Some captain guy, I forgot already. But, you know, at some point, I don't know. Because there's a reason. There's one reason why there's not that much gameplay shown. Not a lot of this. Now, this tourney, it's not even a tourney. It's just, this is an event. It's at Akibara in either Korea or Japan. I don't know. It's probably in Japan. Just thinking about it. The guy is Korean though. But it was taken there at that entire gaming place. But the reason you don't see any videos, or not that many, I mean, the whole thing lasts for an entire week. But you only get like maybe 3 to 5 videos, you know, in maybe that long lifespan, and then they start underground popping up. There's a reason. It's because you're not allowed to take any video, you know, you're not allowed to video record any of this stuff. So, I mean, that's there, you know. Can't really find anything over here if it's still here. But anyway, this is just as much, you know, as I could show you guys. Again, I apologize for the quality of it. I have it from my computer into that blue desktop cord under my TV, because I have an interesting TV apparently, and it's still blurry. When I usually do videos on my TV, they're blurry, but it's because they don't look blurry on Guilty Gear when I play casuals with Zazie, because I turn the quality to processing. so you can see what you're doing instead of, you know, worrying about the frame rate of trying to look at the graphics. Remember, you can't do anything if you're just looking at something. You have to actually be able to play in it. So I'm going to end on this note. I might make a thumbnail for this. I might not. I'm going to speak. 5 seconds left. So, with Huddy Mussin for any of this, and goodbye.